Hello learners, let's see the sample program, the topic now. Let's see the C sample program. So a very simple program. We didn't have any big program, so to understand. So first of all, you can see hash include in the between the less than and greater than symbol, stdio.h, and then void main, opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis, and then opening brace and closing brace. So in that, of course, we have some printf statement. Hello learners, welcome to C programming. Okay, so let's understand the basic structure of a sample program, the basic structure of a C program. So first of all, we need to have this hash, which is a preprocessor. Include is a keyword, and stdio.h is the header file, standard input output header file. std standard IO input output header file. H stands for header file. So that is that. Let's understand what is a header file. Mainly header file contains, as we have seen the name, standard input output header file, which contains standard input output functions. The standard input output functions are the printf, which prints the different data, different types of data like integer, character, and strings, and then scanf, which reads the value, different types of data, which is integer, character, and string. And then, so the other input functions are the file functions, file handling functions, fopen. So we have seen the printf, we have seen the scanf. So of course, the basic functions, as of now, let's understand the basic functions. Printf to print and scanf is to read, and then fopen, which are the file handling functions, to open a file, and then fclose is to close the file. So like that, these are some sample example functions, IO related functions. So all these functions are packed into one entity called one header file, that is stdio.h. All the input and output related functions are packed, and they have kept in some header file called stdio.h. In the same way, we have some other header files also, like kone.h, which is nothing but console input output functions. So con stands for console, and then IO input output functions. For example, clr, scr, clear screen, and getch, of course, we'll use in the programming. In the same way, those are the functions, of course, we have. And then we have stdlib.h, which is a general utility functions, like to allocate the memory, and malloc and calloc, and then to free the memory. Those are two different types of allocation schemes, malloc and calloc. Okay. So, and then the other header file, which is math.h, mainly to perform the mathematical functions, we have some standard functions called square root, power, log, and sine. So all the, of course, etc. We have a lot of other mathematical functions also. So all those are kept in math.h. Okay. In the same as string.h, we have the string functions like string length, string copy, string concatenation, string cat, and string comparison. So like that. So we have, of course, these are some standard header files we have given here. So then, so some sample header files we have seen, and of course, basic stdio.h, of course, some standard functions of this stdio.h we have seen now. So because we want to understand this header file, so which contains some functions like that, and we may have some other header files also like this. So this is for your information. Okay. Now, so it simply means we are telling the processor, preprocessor, of course, hash is a preprocessor. We are telling the processor to include this header file, means to include some basic IO functions into my program. So that, see there, printf. So the printf, if at all I use it, so it should have some, the process should load the function printf. Okay, so that it works for us. Okay. So stdio.h means, yes, it loads a lot of various functions, IO related functions, which comes under stdio.h. It will be included in our sample program, of course. So those will be, all the functions are loaded here. Okay. Now, so that is something about your header file. Now, coming to the main function now. Any C program should have at least one main function. Very important. Any C program should contain at least one main function. See the main function. And any function, of course, the prototype or the prototype of this function is void main, opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis, and then opening brace and closing brace. This is the body of the main function. So main, of course, before the main we have void. Void means, you know the English meaning, it is nothing. Void means nothing. So it returns nothing. So the main function don't want to return anything there. That's why they've gone with void. And some C compilers, they use int main. But here I've used void. No problem there. So void is the return type of the main function, which want to return nothing, which don't want to return anything. Okay. And then, so opening brace and opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis. And then, so this is the actual void main parenthesis, opening and closing, and then braces. So this is the body, opening brace and closing brace. And whatever the statements you want to have, you can have all the statements here. And every statement should end with a semicolon. That is a rule. See the semicolon here. And every statement should end with a semicolon. So opening brace and closing brace. So like that, we'll have a header file and the main function and the body. And every statement should end with a semicolon. Of course, we'll see the other syntax and semantics, of course, of other Java features, other programming features, C programming features. So all the time I'm telling Java, why? Because, of course, yeah, C and Java are very familiar. So like that, so we'll understand a lot of other features slowly and shortly. So this is something about your sample program, header file, main function, and the body of the main function. Okay. Now, yes, we have seen something about the header files. Now let's execute the program. So yes, the same sample program I've loaded in the software here. Of course, we've used dev C++. Okay. So yes, see, we have written the program, include std void main and printf. So that, of course, the writing of the program is done, and we have saved it. See a.c. You can see a.c on the above the hash include a.c. It is saved as a.c, and even you can see at the top of this thing also, this editor. Okay, so so the program is written, the program is saved. Now, so I want to just show you, for example, if there are some mistakes. For example, what are the mistakes? As we have seen earlier, if at all, the I is by mistake, we have forgot, or we don't know. Okay, then if I try to compile it, so I want to just, after writing and after saving the program, we need to compile the program. So compile it. So see, it is giving an error. Please see the mouse. It's showing error, unknown type word. What is VOD? Can't understand. So in the same way, if at all, I'll just keep I again there. And if I just leave the space, means I miss the space. And again, I try to compile it. Then, so see, it can't understand the main and what. So void main is a complete single word. So even it can't understand. So again, the space is kept. And even if at all I want to close this, one of the braces, I want to take up one of the braces there, parentheses there, sorry. So then I want to compile it. See, it is showing clearly. What is this before this token? Can't understand. Expected declaration specifiers, error. See, the parenthesis is shown. Okay, at the line number 4. We can go to line number 4. Means 1. The second line is empty. Third is main, and fourth is, of course, maybe, it's something missing there. So of course, it has gone to the next line, of course. Okay, so here, if at all you go with this parenthesis, and then even if you forget the semicolon, see, now you'll get the complete clarity now. So if we try to compile it, So see. So of course, line number, maybe it's going this way and that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 means this semicolon, of course, it's showing at the next line, of course. So it's expected semicolon. Okay. So you can just read the error, and of course, that is reflecting in the next line, in fact. So like that, semicolon is missing. So even that also, you can read the error and debug it. So now everything is fine. So if you miss any spelling mistake or space or some parenthesis or semicolon, then we are getting some errors. And if everything is cleared, and if you run it now, okay, now we need to, compile it. So see, I'll just close it once, sorry. So what I'll do, I'll just compile it once again. See, there are no errors now. Errors are 0. Please see this. Errors are 0. See at the down. See the mouse? So errors are 0. Then now I want to, after the proper compilation, now I'll run the program, which is, it will run the program from the main function. So the program is written, the program is saved, and the program is compiled after the errors are clarified or the errors are debugged. Then yes, it converts into binary file, and that binary file is loaded into the RAM, and then the CPU will run from the main function. And then, let's see that. From the main function, what is there in the main? Only the hello learners, welcome to C programming. Printf means what? It will print something on the monitor. Printf function, whatever that is there in the double quotes here, double quotes, see the double quotes, /n means to go to the next line. And then printf mainly prints the data which is there in between these double quotes here. So onto the monitor. So printf prints the data which is there in the double quotes onto the monitor. And /m means go to the next line. So from next line, it will print it. And the control will go to here at the last, will go to the next line again. So if you try to run it, so that is printed. Hello learners, welcome to C programming. See, one line is left above hello learners, and one line is, see the control, it has gone to the next line. So like this, it is run. Even you can just execute both the things at a time. If all the errors are debugged, if they are free, you can just do this simple thing, directly compile and run. Hello learners, welcome to C programming. Okay, it prints it. So this is the sample program. So hope you people have understood. Have a good day.